Hello.
Hi.
We're going to have a cat's cradle kind of weekend, huh? Now
Yeah.
that everybody knows how to do it.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's a great thing. I was saying to Addie, I was just saying to your mom, it's very good handwork, good for building up the muscles in your hands, but it's also really good brain work. I got to remember which camera I'm looking at now.
Hi. It's easy to like help you follow instructions because
Yes, definitely.
you have to really pay attention to the instructions so they all follow according after we start.
Definitely. You're getting to see the messy side of my office now. All right. So, what you will need for this activity is some paper, some pencils, well, a pencil, a writing pencil, and you will need markers again, like we did last time, or colored pencils, or crayons, or whatever you have, like that. And we're going to start with the block letters again, but I need to tell you, you guys know that Sunday is Mother's Day, right?
Yeah.
So I'm going to fill you in on a.
How are you people doing?
Okay. I'm going to fill you in on a.
How are you people 10 minutes ago?
Mothers, here's what they want for Mother's Day.
Okay.
More than flowers, although go ahead and get them flowers too. Nice. They want a card from you that tells them how much you care about them.
Say it loud because my mother.
Okay, so I'm going to show you how you can turn those block letters into a cool little art doodle. And if we have time, I might even show you something. And then you can turn that into a card if you want for your mom for Mother's Day. Or for anybody. And you know what else you can do for? You could also, I just saw on the school Facebook page that we are collecting cards and letters and pictures you guys make.
Do it over there. Easier. Here, get your stuff.
My Fortun, it's too loud. I can't hear you.
Ava, you can't hear me?
Markers?
Oh, because we need to mute people, is that it? Okay. Okay. I won't be able to keep everybody on mute for the whole lesson. So we'll just have to count on each other that if there's activity at your house that is going to be a disruption, we're going to ask you to go on mute yourself. But I need to have it open so I can hear your question. So I'm going to show you a way to build off of those block letters that we did last week and make a name doodle out of them. And you can absolutely make one for your mom for Mother's Day, and that would be lovely. But you know what else you could do? We're going to collect some pictures and artwork and messages from you guys to bring over to the people at the hospital, working at the hospital. Everybody working at the hospital, from the doctors and the nurses all the way to the people cleaning the hospital and organizing all of the paperwork and the things that have to happen in the hospital. The people that work in the cafeteria at the hospital, all of these people are working extra hard right now. And so we're going to collect some nice cards and messages from you guys to take over there. So this would be another nice thing you could do for them. Okay, so hopefully you all have a writing pencil with an eraser.
A writing pencil.
Some markers. Hopefully one of those is a black marker. I have forgotten the black marker. Let me grab it. And then some plain paper with no lines on it. It doesn't have to be white paper, but it doesn't have no lines. And then while you're making sure you have those things, I'm going to switch my camera.
I don't have any markers.
That's okay. You can color it in with whatever you have, and you can also do it later. It doesn't have to be right now. Okay, and then I'm gonna spotlight my video so that hopefully this is big for you guys. Is my hand looking big now?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. All right, so I'm not gonna keep you on mute, but if there's noise at your house, please do mute yourselves so the rest of us can hear the instructions, okay? All right, so remember last week when we made block letters, if some of you were in that lesson, if you missed that lesson, you may have watched the video. If not, you might want to go watch it pretty soon here after we do this. So I'm going to go ahead and make, this for Mother's Day. So I'm going to make the word mom, and I want it to be in the center of my paper. I'm actually going to start with the O in mom. I'm just going to make it right there. Oh,
Can we do that?
there we go. Yeah, go ahead. And that way I know that my word is centered on the page. And then I can make my M on this side. And I can make my M on this side. And I'm doing this with my pencil very lightly. Because the next step to making those block letters, we've got a lot of people coming in here. The next step to making those block letters is to start boxing in around that initial letter that you made. We can't really make a box out of an O, so it's just going to have to be like that. Okay. And once those are boxed in, take your eraser and erase the original line you made. We don't really want to keep those. And you should have some lovely block letters. Okay? Which the next step will be to outline those with your black marker. You guys doing okay out there?
Hey, we're.
Everybody is concentrating, so I can't tell if you're. Just let me check the. Oh, everybody looks like they're doing really well. You doing okay, Andre? Okay.
Mine is a little small. Is that okay?
That is okay. This is our, remember, we always think about that first pancake. When you go to make pancakes in the morning, and that first one that you fry up that work out, that's how it goes with art projects too. So our first pancake might not be perfect, but we're learning how to do this. So you'll try again if you want to try and make it a little neater next time. Okay. Now, once we have the letters all outlined in black, I want you to watch this part. This is a little different. I can do this with my marker, but I think I might actually do it with my pencil first. I'm going to make an outline that goes around the entire word. And that's going to go like this. Okay? So now that I've done that, let me go around with my black marker.
But I do think
Yeah.
Yes, Kaya.
slow. We're not
That's
even.
okay, I'll give you a minute to catch up. Don't worry about it. That's why we're doing a short word like mom and a long word like supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. You guys can do that one on your own. Everybody else doing okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Should it be a little like this?
Eleanor, if your hand is hurting, try holding your pencil without gripping the pencil.
This is Fortun. Should it be a little like this?
Yeah, that looks fantastic. Ooh, yeah, looking good. Looking good. Okay, the next step is just to add some bubbles all around the outside, like that. Try not to do too many bubbles. And make them kind of big.
I think we're gonna be. So I have a question. Okay, let me go.
There we go. Okay. Now, you could stop there. Oh yeah, Adam, that's great. You could stop there.
Miss Fortune.
Yes, Mia?
When is this class over? Because my iPad is 10%.
Oh dear. Well, probably you have enough time, I think. Don't worry. And plus, if your iPad goes out, I will have it recorded. So you know and we can miss a little bit at the end, okay? But
Okay.
I think we'll make it. Okay, now you could stop here. So watch my next step and see if you like it before you add it. The next step is to put in some more lines inside your bubble. Now, you might want to add these. You might like the way they look, or you might not care for them. So that is entirely up to you. I kind of liked the way they looked. I think they give it kind of a, I don't know, this whole thing has a little bit of 70s feel to me already. I like that.
And like, you know, each one of them.
So you can decide, do you like the lines or do you like it just plain bubbles? Either way is
Line.
but notice how I'm turning my lines so they're going around. So they're kind of cupping the whole thing.
And
A little wonky bubble in there.
you.
Okay. All right. Now it's time to color it in. Oh. Whatever colors you like, but I strongly suggest choosing warm colors for the names and cool colors for the bubbles, or the reverse, cool colors for the name and warm colors for the bubble. So my warm colors would be my orange, my pink, and my yellow. My cool colors would be my green and my purple and my blue. So I think I'm going to do warm on the inside. So the name myself, I think I'm gonna do in the pink. So I'm just gonna start coloring that in. And I have markers, but you could just as easily do this with crayons, colored pencils, whatever you want.
This is Fortune.
Yeah.
What are the cool colors again?
Cool colors are going to be your blues and greens.
Okay.
And purples can go either way. But I have a kind of a light purple here, so I'm going to include that with my cool colors.
Miss Fortune,
Yes.
I don't have any light colors.
That's okay. You pick whatever colors you think are pretty, Mia.
Okay.
These are just suggestions. These are not rules. You get to pick because you're the artist.
Okay. I'm doing light purple for.
What am I drawing on?
We should have music. While we're coloring. Wouldn't that be nice? Somebody's providing some humming.
This is calm.
It is, isn't it? Isn't this a great way to end our week? Okay.
Right. Okay, so
Somebody have a question out there? Axel, do you have a question?
no.
Axel's just making a long stick out of his markers. Okay.
Miss Fortune,
Yes, yes, ma'am.
can we do designs?
You can. Well, I'm going to finish showing you this, and then after that, you go nuts. You do whatever you want on this, okay? I think
Wait, we can go nuts?
I'm going to go for my yellow to do this border area. So I'm going to start coloring in my border with another warm color. And you can do any name in here. You could do your name.
Can you make nuts in here since you said we can go nuts?
Go nuts. I mean, like adding more details to it. You can go nuts, adding more details.
I want to go actual nuts.
If we have to stay home much longer, we might all go nuts. Huh?
I'm putting some hearts in the O.
Yeah, I'm going to color that yellow as well.
Oh, this one walks too.
You turn it upside down, it says, wow.
Yeah, it actually says wow.
World's greatest wow. Wow.
Wow! Most thinnest wow.
Okay. So my middle is done. Now I get to do my bubbles. So I think I'm going to do the purple and the blue. And I'm just going to start coloring in my bubbles. And I'm going to alternate purple and blue. But you can do it any way that works for you. You know what colors will work best on your drawing.
I'm using plum.
Ooh, I like that. I like the sound of that.
means there's gonna be a plumber.
So I was saying this before everybody got here. I'm suggesting this as a possible Mother's Day gift for Sunday, obviously.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
But I wanted to mention that what I think moms really would appreciate is if this were to be turned into a beautiful card, and on the back, you could write a little bit.
Yeah, I'm doing that.
That would be the best gift. Speaking as a mom, those are the ones that mean the most to me when the kids write something about how they appreciate something I did for them.
Is there just Mother's Day?
No, there's also Father's Day in June.
It's Fortun.
Oh, my dad's birthday is on June.
Mine too.
Who? Mia, is it you?
Miss
Oh,
Fortun.
it's Sama. Hi, Sama.
But you're a mom.
I sure am. I sure am.
Wait, so you know your found your gift?
Oh, I'm not making this for myself. Uh-oh. We lost Eleanor.
You're making it for your mom?
I could give this to my mom. I could mail this to her. I could also give it to my mother-in-law, who's been a mom to me for many years. But you know what else I could do? I could make one of these for all the people working at the hospital, and I could turn it in so it could be taken over to be given to them. And I could write, instead of mom, I could write, thank
Come
you.
here. I have my person's balls. I have my Kirsten's balls.
All right, who's got one they'd like to show off? Go ahead and hold up your work if you're, ooh, yeah, I like your pretty color.
I'm gonna do this big ball now.
Oh, Axel. Axel looks like fire somehow. How did you
My
do that?
mom's favorite color is orange.
Oh, well, there you go. Oh, and look at Ava's. Yeah, that's looking good. All of them, how's it going? You okay? It might take a few tries to get one that you're happy with, and that's okay. With art, we just want to keep trying again. Dave, you doing okay? Yeah? Ava, I think yours looks great. Ooh, Leo, look at Leo. He's very colorful. How's it going, Arish? You doing okay?
Miss Fortune. Miss Fortune.
Yes, Mia. Ooh, Adam, I like it. Oh, Mia.
Turn my feet brown. And then see turn my feet brown instead
Yeah,
of
yours
red.
is really nice. I like
I
it.
just need to turn my feet brown instead of red.
Cool. You guys are picking some great colors. Very nice. Alina, I don't know what happened to you, but you're back. Okay, so I think this will be fun for you to play with. And you've got a way now to make some really cool art. This is called a meme doodle. You will find the instructions, by the way, in Google Classroom. So if you
Adam. And
finish the video
wait.
and you want some instructions that you can look at,
I
you can go to
have the
Google
monkey feet
Classroom.
slippers. I have the monkey feet slippers. I have the monkey feet slippers. Okay, those are super big. The blue.
All right. So, how are you feeling? Would you like to come on and try to look at something different real quick?
Yes.
Yeah? Okay. So, remember how we also saw that when we're making these block letters, we
My
can
chair
use
has monkey feet in it.
We can use a similar technique to make them into bubble letters. Remember that? So one thing that you can do is just make one letter and make a big bubble. So you could do, if you're doing this for a person, you could pick the first letter of their name. I think I'm gonna do a letter R. So I'm just gonna make a big capital print letter R. And I'm choosing that because it's got some straight lines and it has some curving lines. I'm doing that with my pencil, by the way, because I want to be able to erase this later. And then I want to turn that into a bubble letter using the same technique that we used to make the block letter, but instead of square bottoms, we're going to make rounded bottoms like this. And we're going to make it nice and puffy. Okay? And I'm just going to keep going all the way around. And whenever I get to a corner, I'm just going to round it off so it looks puffy like a balloon. And when I get to that other leg of my R, I'm going to come down and round it off. Okay?
Yeah.
So there I have my bubble letter R.
Yeah.
I have to remember my middle. Okay.
I'm excited to show my mom this on Mother's Day.
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
really
good.
excited.
I'm so glad. Okay, so now it's time to come back with that eraser and erase the original line that you guys made so that we only have the bubble left. And it should look like those balloons you sometimes get. Have you ever had one of those helium balloons that was in the shape of a letter or a number for your birthday maybe? It should look like those balloons. Okay, now, this is the part where I said I was going to show you something with watercolors, but do not bring your watercolors over to the computer, please. I
What?
don't ever want you to use your watercolor paints next to an iPad or computer or even a phone.
What?
Okay, so you're going to watch me paint this. You can color yours with your crayons, your colored pencils, or your markers right now. And then maybe later, when you don't have a computer or an iPad or a phone next to you, then you could try this with watercolors, okay? But please promise me that none of you have water next to your computer right now. And I'm gonna get my watercolor paints. I borrowed this from Scout. She got a really cool set of watercolors for her birthday or for Christmas. And I'm going to paint my letter. Let's see, what color should I choose? I think I'm gonna do this light orange. So I'll paint mine, but you guys are gonna color yours. Colored pencils would be great for this.
Could we use watercolors?
Yes, but not right now because I don't want you to have watercolors at the computer.
Can we use markers?
Yes, go ahead and do it right now with your markers.
Mike, one of my cousins accidentally used watercolors next to a computer,
And then what happened?
and it got wet.
Yep.
There's like this piece of paper that protects the screen, so it's like that piece of paper is waterproof. So it got all water over it, and thank God it didn't get on the computer.
Oh my goodness.
Miss
Yeah,
Fortune.
water and electronics do not mix. And the last thing I want is for one of
Yes,
you
they
to
do.
destroy your computer because of an art project I provided.
Miss Fortune.
Yes, Mia.
Hey!
That is 1%.
Okay, well, Mia, if we lose you, just watch the video when I post it, okay? Do you want to go ask your mom or dad if there's a way to plug in your iPad? We're almost done.
But they're not here.
Just a couple more minutes. So I hope we don't lose you, but if we do, I'm glad you were able to join us for this much.
Okay.
I'm probably going to go for about 5 more minutes, okay?
Okay.
Did you guys all choose? What letters did you guys choose?
Pink, hot pink.
Okay. Hot pink sounds like a great color for this. Did anybody choose a different letter besides R?
I'm just watching the example.
Oh, that's good too.
Yeah, me too.
Hot magenta.
Miss Fortune.
Yes, Mia.
I can't draw like a bubble on the back because like I can still see the writing from the front.
Okay.
So I can't draw a bubble.
Well, you might want to practice. You can watch this video later and practice. That's what I had to do.
Okay.
So once it's all colored in or painted in, then I have provided on Google Classroom a page with all kinds of decorations that you can add to it. And you can see an example down here. This is from Deep Space Sparkle, one of my favorite websites for art projects. And so here's one that I made earlier because I have to wait for this paint to dry now. Here's one that I made earlier,
Mama.
and I added some of these decorations to it.
That's a nice pattern.
Okay.
That's a nice
So
flower.
you could make one for your mom or your grandma using the letter of their name, or anybody. You could make your own initial, of course. You could make one of these for anybody and decorate it however you like. So you'll find this sheet on Google Classroom, and you'll also find instructions for the name doodle there as well. Okay? And if you know someone named Kathy, you can make one just like this. All right, guys. I hope you have a great time with this.
Yeah. I'm gonna show that card to my mom.
Good. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you all have a great time. Yeah. I wish your moms and grandmas a great Mother's Day.
I'm going to make my mom a poster with like lots of languages and like lots of different patterns with mom on it, and then
Oh, wow.
sign it.
Sounds fantastic.
Miss
If you end up
Fortune,
making one of these, I hope you'll send me a picture.
Miss
Okay?
Fortune,
I
I already made a 3D mom card. 3D. I made 3D already in the morning.
Fantastic. You read my mind. I should have had you see that.
Hello.
Okay, guys. It was
really
great
would
hanging out
look
with you
nice.
this afternoon. I will miss you over the weekend. I hope you have a great one. And I'll see you Monday. Okay?
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.